Awesome.
Awesome. So happy Friday. Finally, it's Friday. This is Andrew from EO Calgary, and I'm happy to be joined by Sandy McGrath. And yeah, thanks for being on with me here today, Sandy.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so today we wanted to kind of highlight one kind of section of EO, which has been really, really exciting, and that's the Key Leader Forum, KLF forum that you're a part of. So maybe just introduce yourself in the sense of who do you work for and what do you do for that company?
Yeah, so my name is Sandy McGrath. I'm the operations manager for Final Frontiers. Final Frontiers is a company owned by Bill Scott, who is the member. We've been an IT provider for over 20 years in Calgary and in Edmonton. And I've been working for Final Frontiers for almost 11 years.
That's awesome. And then how did kind of shifting towards KLF, obviously, you're a member of the company and the CEO is part of EO Calgary. And how did that conversation kind of come up with KLF, and maybe why was it interesting to you? Where do you see maybe a benefit from it?
Yeah, so I've been really fortunate to be able to attend EO events for years. Bill is obviously very passionate about EO, and has always, pushed to get involved in everything that I could that we were allowed to be involved with. And then when we saw we had saw some information about the KLF program, and it sounded phenomenal. And Bill, one of the key things that Bill always talks about is value and how much he loves his forum. So when the opportunity presented itself and I saw it, and I thought it would be a wonderful experience for myself as well, Bill wholeheartedly pushed to have it happen, and that's where we got involved. And I think this is year 2
It's
that we've
awesome.
been involved, so it's wonderful.
That's great. And then kind of as a segue to that, what's KLF to you? Like, what does it mean? What has it meant to you? How has it impacted your professional career? Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
For me, it's been wonderful people that are striving to improve themselves, do better for their business, grow their company, and they're just high performing people that trust and share things that you couldn't trust and share with anyone else, which has been really valuable, especially over the last 2 years with COVID and world events and everybody dealing with, really exceptional struggles, and having that group of people that you truly look forward to and value spending every moment you can with them, at least once a month for as long as you can.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then as a member of EO, as members, we think we've got some really great individuals in our organizations that we want to have as a part of KLF. But maybe there's some fear sometimes that this is just a group of our second in commands that get together and bitch about their CEOs and and so on. But so to you, like, maybe tell me if that's the truth, or let me know, like, how's it improved your relationship with your boss? How's it improved your relationship within the business that you work for? Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I think the KLF really benefits from what EO has already put in place in terms of strategy, how forums work, what the goals are, and so we get to get together and we get to talk about the struggles that maybe aren't the same as the forum struggles that the EO members would talk about, but it's in terms of integrators versus visionary kind of problems. If you do EOS, you're dealing with those kind of situations, and you can talk to other people that are dealing with those, as well as some struggles with communicating with entrepreneurs. And it's how life can be when you're trying to grow a business and they're trying to grow 3 and competing with their attention and stuff like that. But always from a way, or from a positive angle of trying to repair or resolve any situation, not just
Sure.
sit there and bash each other for a couple of hours and then walk away and nothing's actually getting fixed.
Yeah, I mean, and on that point, though, I think a lot of the members in EO would say that maybe some of our second in commands and leaders need a support group from us at times. So that's good too. That's awesome. So, like, why do you think this KLF forum has been so? Why do you think it's so important to have as part of that ecosystem with entrepreneur organization?
I think the it's recognizing very important people that the EO members um, are putting into a program that they experience and they trust and believe in. And so now they know that that person's going to grow up essentially or move along within the framework that they're highly, appreciative of and have changed their lives and their career. Now they're putting those, key leaders and very important people within the organization. As a member of KLF, it helps you understand that you are trusted and recognized as a high performing person, and that you have value within the organization, and that the ownership wants you to do better and wants you to stick around. They're making that commitment to you.
Mhm.
And the KLF members, they appreciate that commitment and are striving to, improve the value of the business and move it forward as best they can, as well as grow their skills and career as well. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's great.
yeah, it's a wonderful ecosystem of support, really, is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I'm sure we could dive deeper into the experiences that you've had with your KLF forum and so on. And you've mentioned to me that it's similar to the forum groups of EO. Sometimes it's just really nice, that camaraderie within the group. And so obviously, like, we're going to be putting this out to the chapter, and we're hoping to get more amazing senior leadership within the KLF forums. What kind of advice would you give to anyone that's maybe interested in getting one of their leaders into KLF, or someone that's a leader that's interested in getting into KLF? Like, what's your advice?
I would say embrace it 100%. It's, like I mentioned about recognizing the value in somebody that is a key high performing person. If they are that high performing person, they'll recognize that you're recognizing them
Mhm.
and want to return that energy and commitment back by doing as best they can. And they, speaking from experience, how much the group and the forum in KLF has really helped support people and help them grow and find um, tools and strategies, as well as experience shares that helps them get through and solve issues, all from a framework that EO has built to support entrepreneurs for years.
That's awesome. And then, kind of wrapping this up, we like to keep this kind of quick and short and impactful. But I always like to ask people, one of the questions is, what's the best piece of advice that you've received? And so, what's the best piece of advice that you've received? And what does it mean to you?
Yeah, I was really lucky to start off KLF with Tara Kelly, and one of the first things she told me was be vulnerable and authentic. Um, you know, you get to tell you basically have a confidentiality, and you get to tell people things that you may not tell anybody else, and having that trust that that's not going to go anywhere and be used against you is um, it can really change your life. And so that's one of the key things about the forum, and that advice really stuck with me, and embrace that, and I'm really grateful that I did.
That's amazing. Okay, well, that's great, Sandy. It was so nice to kind of jump on here with you and talk about KLF a little bit more. And hopefully, if anybody of the members or their senior leadership, or anybody that they think could be a really great candidate for KLF, they can obviously reach out to our chapter representatives or myself. But again, Sandy, good to have you on here from Final Frontiers, and looking forward to continuing to watch you grow with KLF.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks.